Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Got some people here talking a little bit in the chat already. Please feel to join. Yeah, I can't talk. Please feel free to join in and talk in that chat section there. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there if you haven't done so. Also, turn on all bell notifications. That way you'll know when I'm doing one of these lives. You'll know when I upload a video. So it's like 5 days a week I upload videos. So it's plenty of content there. Let's see here. Got people talking. I'm going to get this. Loin Nadi Squad is here. And I don't know if that's the mom or the daughter, so let me know. I see you are here. And starting to get to know you guys. Dre, what's going on? Dre 2310 is in the house. I got some really cool people here today. Excited about that. I've got some cool information to go over. James has already asked a question. I want to cover that. Understand, guys, I'm doing these live videos every day right now. I don't know how long I'm going to do them, but at 9 a.m. to help you out. So if you want to make money online, you want to know what to do and how to do it, this is the place to come at 9 a.m. Okay, you can ask any questions you want of me. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I know how to do something, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I have sold millions of dollars of both digital and physical products online, and I'll be happy to help you out in any way. Get a couple questions in here. How is the name VSRX? Here's what you want to think about, Siddharth. Are people searching VSRX? If they are not searching that term, now I don't know what that term has to do with, but if they're not searching that term, it wouldn't be a good name to build SEO. Aldine says, hola amigos. He says, hi friends in Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo está usted? Okay, muy bien, muy bien. So yeah, I got a little Spanish going on there with Aldine. Aldine's a smart guy. Got all kinds of stuff going on there. So I do want to talk to you about software today, but I do also want to address what James was talking about. And he asked me about Google AdWords. And I am currently running ads. I have to record some stuff today that I'm going to be posting in a video for ads. And I use these on YouTube ads. YouTube ads is incredibly complicated. I'm not going to kid you about that, okay? It's just been really tough to figure out. I actually paid a company $10,000 to figure out the ads, and I've got them figured out, got them dialed in, got everything working, clicks working, pages are converting, and all that stuff. I just have to put the webinar back in here. So I do want to talk to you about that. Let's see what Dre has to say. Hi, I have been a little busy. I was going out of my car to start the shower, so I'm just getting home now. It's a big day. I just have my car and I need a car. It's okay. I am not a fan. I'm going home to get, I don't know. Got a lot of stuff going on there. Not quite sure what the comment is, but good to have you here. Glad to have everybody here. I really appreciate you showing up. I appreciate your time here. So let's talk about, first off, and let me get my screen set so I can see real time what's going on. Let's first off talk about, do you even need software to make money online? Now, I would have said 10 years ago, no, you probably don't. I would say today you most definitely do. You do need software, and I don't care if you're selling digital products. I don't care if you're selling physical products. I don't care if you're blogging. I don't care what you're doing. You need a particular software that I'm going to talk about today that's going to do a lot of things for you. It's going to help you market to your audience. It's going to help you do funnels. It's going to help you if you have courses. It's going to help you with everything, and it's called Kartra. Kartra. Do not go there and just sign up. Use my affiliate link, which I will have in the description at the end of this training today, and you can use that link and you can actually get a trial for only $1. Okay, so make sure you use my affiliate link. It will appear in the description at the end of this video today. But let me answer the question that James had about Google AdWords. First off, Google AdWords, they have an AdWords tool where you can actually use that tool to find different things. And you can also, use Google AdWords like on my videos here. Okay. People put ads on my videos and I get paid on those. You can do, ads on people's websites. You can do retargeting. You can do video ads on YouTube, which is what I'm doing right now. There's a lot of things you can do. So to talk about all of it is really complicated, and what I may do in the future is break that down into some different components. I'll show you some of my ad spend. I'll show you how our ads are working and what we did, and that way you can kind of see this stuff. It may make it a little bit easier than if I just say, hey, AdWords or this, because there's so much to it, guys. It doesn't mean you can't do it. Okay, what I'm saying is you just got to know what you're doing. You can't just jump in there and start running ads. It won't work for you. You really have to know the process. You have to have the templates. You have to know how to target. You have to know how to do all these things. Super important that you do that. So let me get a sip real quick here before I get going. And it is Monday. I hope you guys have a big day planned. I hope you have stuff you're doing. I know my wife is doing a interview with a food expert in pet food, raw food, feeding pet food, and that's what she does. The lady that she's interviewing, my wife teaches dog training and everything about dogs and nutrition and healthcare and everything about dogs is what she trains. She has great courses on that. It's called the Furry Family Coach. You can find her channel here on YouTube also. So she's got a lot of great content if you want to check that out. If you got a dog, you want to go over there and check that out. So why do you need the software nowadays? Well, I would say on the surface, the main reason is because there is software out there. And if there is software out there and other people are using it and it works, they're going to be ahead of you. Okay, so if nothing else, just to stay in the game, you're going to have some software. Now, there's a lot of different softwares out there. There are softwares that will help you email people, okay, like let's say Constant Contact or MailChimp or something like that. There are softwares out there that will help you build funnels, like ClickFunnels, something like that. There are softwares out there like Kajabi, and Kajabi will help you build memberships, which is pretty cool. There are softwares out there like Lead Pages that helps you build pages, sales pages to get people to opt in or to buy your products. So there's a lot of different softwares out there. The reason I like Kartra is because everything I just mentioned is in Kartra. It's all there. You don't need all these other softwares. You don't need all these other programs to be able to do what you want to do. To give you an example, we ran a promo on our 14.5 ounce canned meats, which we did not have available for a while. And we used all those different things in there. Okay, we built our sales pages in there. We built our opt-in pages in there. I have my email list there so I could email people there. I built sequences so that these emails would go out on a daily basis based on what the person activity was. So if I sent out an email the first day for a 14.5 ounce meat, and they bought it, okay, the next day where the emails are going out trying to get them to buy, it would first look at everybody in that group and say, do they already have this tag? Did they already buy this product? If they already bought this product, it would pull them out of that funnel and it would not send them the email. If they didn't buy the product, if they didn't have that tag, then it would go ahead and send that email. So that's an automation process that Kartra will do for you, and you don't have to worry about it. The other things it does is that when people come to the page, okay, so they come to the page, and I showed you this the other day on one of the lives. If you didn't get a chance to see that, you may want to go back and watch that. I think it was about 3 days ago, something like that. But the other thing it will do is when they go to the page, it shows them the product, and of course it has a page with all the information on the product, and they can click on the button for chicken or beef, and it's going to take them to another page that sells them the chicken or beef. Okay, now on that page, in addition to selling them the product, it has a little upsell at the bottom. That little upsell button says, hey, would you like to join this Survival Academy? And they could click that button and they could add that to their order. Once they did that, they went through that process, it would then take them to another page that would offer them a bigger case of meat. Okay, so maybe they bought the small cans and now they can buy the big cans. So it automates this entire process for me, and I could just sit back and work on something else and do something else and go do edits or go write other sales letters or whatever I want to do while this automated process is actually making me money. So that's pretty cool stuff. If you have any questions about any things I just talked about, the sale, the bump, the upsell, downsells, email sequences, I want you to put that in the chat section. And once again, let me remind you, the more you put in that chat section, the more often you post in that chat section, the better this video does, the more it helps this channel, because YouTube sees the interaction. And if they see the interaction, they're going to be more willing to distribute this video out on the internet. More people will see it. I'll get more subscribers. It helps me all around. Okay. And I don't charge for this training here. I never do charge for it. Okay. I'm just doing this to help you guys out. So if there are other related questions you have about sales pages, about products, about anything making money online, put that in the chat section right there. Let me get a sip real quick. And you can get all your questions answered. Normally when I do consulting, it is now $2,000 an hour if I take on a client, which I don't even take on clients right now. If I had somebody really special that I wanted to work with, I would, but it would take away from something else I'm working on. I have too many other projects I'm working on right now to even do that. At one point I did do that. It was fun. I guess the only frustrating thing, and I mentioned it before, is that when I'm doing coaching, if the people don't do what I tell them to do, I get very agitated, okay? And it's usually out of laziness. They just like, oh, I didn't get to that. I'm going to get to that. I just haven't done that yet. And it drives me crazy for somebody to pay me money and then I tell them what to do and then they don't go do it. Can't stand that stuff, okay? It drives me just crazy. Can't stand it. So those are the things that really irritate me. Now, understand that I use Kartra, and I love Kartra. And somebody may say, well, what about all these other softwares? Well, the truth is I've used a lot of these other softwares. I've used ClickFunnels. I've used Aweber. I've used MailChimp. I've used Constant Contact. I've used Infusionsoft, which is now Keep. I've used Lead Pages. I've used all these other, not all of them, but I've used a lot of these other softwares. So I know what I'm talking about because I've applied them. And you know, they're good, but nothing is like Kartra. Nothing is like Kartra. And once again, I want to remind you, in the description at the end of this video, you're going to see a link for Kartra, and you can just click the link and go watch a video on all it's going to do for you. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. And then if you're interested in it, you can get it for $1. Who do you suggest for web hosting? It depends. Okay, it depends on what platform you have. Like we have a Magento platform. So we have web hosting for that platform that is a very high level because Magento is very high level. If you have a WordPress website, I would suggest Bluehost. There will be a link also in the description because I do recommend Bluehost. Bluehost is the recommended provider for WordPress websites. So check out that link in the description when the video is over with, and that's who I would recommend. Let's see here. Aldine says, I truly appreciate all the great advice you provide. I've learned a lot from you so far. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad you did. And guys, really, if you hang out here each day and you pick this stuff up, you can just apply it and you can make money. I mean, you really can. This is not rocket science. You know, a lot of people say, oh my God, it's so mysterious that people make money online. It really isn't. It's not that big of a deal. It is a lot of work. I mean, you got to spend a lot of time doing it. You got to sit behind your screen a lot. You got to do a lot of typing. But as far as making money online, it's not that hard. It really isn't. James, you're welcome. No problem, buddy. I appreciate it. And these are good questions. I appreciate these good questions. I really do. And it keeps us going. If I don't have a lot of questions, I mean, I'm going to run out of steam. I won't have that many things to talk about. And I don't want to bore you. I only want to talk on here if I'm giving you good value. I don't want to talk to hear myself talk. That's not necessary. I will give you a little scope of my day today. So I'm going to do this right here. And then I really do have to get my webinar recorded today. I've been, I guess, putting it off. I don't know. But I've got everything written out. It's all set. And I need to get in here and just get the thing recorded. So I will do that. Later on in the week, I'm going to be talking about recording and microphones and all that stuff. If you notice on all of the lives, right after it says a day in the life, excuse me, it's going to say what subject I'm going to talk about. So you can look at those different subjects and determine if it's something you want to learn, you don't want to learn, or whatever it is. That doesn't mean that if I have a subject listed that you can't come in and ask a question about anything about selling online. Like right now, you can ask whatever you want in that chat section. I'm going to answer it, and I'm going to get ready to do that right now. It says here, Aldine says, do you think Woocommerce is good fit for drop shipping? Woocommerce is an integration with WordPress, and it's good. But if you're really going to be serious about drop shipping, I highly suggest Shopify. Shopify is a really good platform. I will have a link in the description for Shopify. I am an affiliate for Shopify. I've used Shopify. I've used WooCommerce too. Okay, it's not bad. But if you get any kind of volume and you really want to, if you really want to bump it up a notch, you really need to do Shopify. My recommendation, and I'm sure there's people out there with WooCommerce that are doing good, but Shopify makes it a lot easier for you. It's set up a whole lot easier. You have integrations that are a whole lot easier. You can use Oberlo and integrate with AliExpress if you're shipping from there. And I do think that you're probably going to see ePacket again. I know it got rid of by the last administration, but I think it's going to probably come back again. And what that's done right now for drop shipping is it's just really slowed down the shipping times and up the cost a little bit. Aldine says, I know that Shopify is recommended, but I already have a WordPress site, so wondering if it works. I understand what you're saying, and I get what you're saying. You already have something going, you're already working on it, and you want to find the easiest fix. Sometimes the easiest fix is switching, okay? Unless you've built up, hundreds of thousands of people that are going to your website right now, switching to Shopify is not a big deal. And it also doesn't mean you have to get rid of your website, okay? You can start a Shopify store. I don't think it's but like $29 or something like that to have a Shopify store. So you can switch and do it in Shopify. And I really would recommend you building it up in Shopify. Unless you've got millions of dollars you're already generating on your website, it's not that big of a deal. I went from Infusionsoft to Kartra. It took us 6 months to move everything over. So I literally had to pay for 2 platforms for 6 months. But it was so worth it, and I knew it would be worth it, so I just did it, okay? So don't let the fact that it's difficult, okay? Remember, anything that's difficult is probably worthwhile doing, but don't let the fact that it's difficult prevent you from doing what's right, okay? Never let that happen. I know last night I was sitting on the couch and I looked at my wife, and I had already worked out, I think, 6 days last week. So I had been pretty good about it, and I looked at her and I said, gosh, I just feel like I ought to get on that bike and work out again. And she just kind of raised her eyebrow at me, and I was like, God. And I got on there, and I stayed on there for an hour, okay? And I burned like 700 calories on that bike. So I was so glad I did it afterwards. But I knew it would be difficult, and I knew I didn't want to do it. And as soon as I said I don't want to do that, it kind of spurred something in my brain. It's like, oh my God, if you don't want to do it, then you should do it. So that's what I did. Okay, I understand. Plan to start Shopify with your products. Okay, yeah, cool. You can certainly do it with our products. Not hard to do at all. Plan to only drop ship USA products. Okay, well then you won't have a problem. You won't have a problem. Shopify is pretty good. And I'm not saying you have to get Shopify. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you're going to really scale up on down the road, you're going to wish you had started there because it's a little bit harder to scale it up on WordPress. But whatever you want to do, they're both good. Okay, I'm not going to say one of them is bad because they're not. They're both pretty darn good. So anyhow, I'm going to work on that webinar today. Try to get some of it recorded. I know it's like a 2-hour proposition, solid 2 hours. But I've got to get my brain that I can also break that down into 30-minute increments and then walk away. Okay, if I get that in my brain, then maybe I'll calm down a little bit about this stuff because I know it's a long time to do that. And I've probably got to clean up my computer a little bit and get some files off it so I have some room. So it's just a whole thing right now. It's just a whole thing with me. But I'm going to get it done today. Going to have a little bit of lunch. We're going to work out today. My wife's going to have her live at 11. I already mentioned that. What else is happening today? I'm probably going to work on some of the descriptions in my videos. I have automatic uploads in all my videos. And you know what I noticed? And this was dumb. And I've been doing this for 11 years, and I noticed an error in my description in my videos. And maybe this will help you guys out. I have several different courses, and in the bottoms I listed the website for each one of those courses, like Web Cache Academy, Digital Cache Academy, and so forth. And I expected people to click on them and go to them, but that's dumb. That's dumb because they don't know what those are. What I should have put is free training for drop shipping, click here, and then had a link. And then I would have had more people going to it than if I just put the website. And it's like, I know how to do this stuff, right? And every day I do marketing. I market every day, and I'm pretty good at it, and yet I still make huge mistakes like that. How are people going to know from a website link what it even is? Makes no sense, right? So, I make these mistakes just like everybody else. It's like sometimes you just bump yourself in the head and you're like, why'd you do that? So I've got to make those changes. Now, fortunately, I can change those links on hundreds of videos all at once because I have a software called Tubebuddy. And Tubebuddy will let you make bulk corrections or changes or whatever you want on all your videos by just clicking a couple buttons. If you're interested in Tubebuddy, it's a great tool. You're going to need it to market on YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. I do have a link in the description when this video is over with, and you can click it and get Tubebuddy for free, 100% free, doesn't cost you a thing. If you want to get the upgraded version, you can also save 30%, and like Tubebuddy is like $10. I mean, it's not expensive at all. Let's see, I decided to take the plunge and started the setup of my YouTube channel. Awesome. Any tips for getting your first views and subscriptions? SEO tips? Yes, Tubebuddy, Tubebuddy, Tubebuddy. You need Tubebuddy, and you want to watch their tutorials. They're really good. And like I said at the end of this video, look in the description for my Tubebuddy link, okay? And if you go to that link, you can get a free subscription to Tubebuddy. Now, the other thing I'll tell you, Aldine, is the first mistake that everybody makes when they have a YouTube channel is they make their first video, and their first video says, this is my first video. I'm starting a YouTube channel. This channel will be about blah, 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 blah. Don't make that video. Don't make it. Why? Because nobody's searching for my first video, okay? Nobody's searching for this video, and they really don't care, okay? They really just don't care. You want to start your first video as your first video, some good content, period. That's it. You don't have to introduce to the world that you now have a YouTube channel, and almost everybody makes this mistake, and I get it. Everybody wants to tell everybody that they have a channel, but it's pretty obvious that you have a channel because they're at your channel. The other thing I would tell you is make sure you use Tubebuddy to put tags on your channel, not just your videos. That's another big mistake people do. And then when people are searching, they can't find your channel. They can only find your videos because you've tagged your videos, but you haven't tagged your channel. Make sure you put tags on your channel. Super important. I would also use the Tubebuddy little meter that tells you how well optimized your videos are. If you go to any of the videos, you were going to make that first video, weren't you, Aldine? I see that. Yeah, everybody does. They think, oh, that's what I need to do. No, you don't need to do that. It'll save you some time. So no intro video. No, you don't need it. Now, some people like to have a description video for their channel, and that's different. That's different. What that video is, it says, hey, when you come to my channel, this is the information you're going to get, blah, 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 blah. I had one of those. I didn't like it. So I pulled it, and I now have where you go to the channel, it's my most popular one, and I let YouTube select that video. And the reason I let YouTube select that video is because YouTube knows the person that is coming to the channel, and they know what they like and what they're going to want to watch. So I let YouTube select that. Same thing with what to watch next, where you can put the videos on the end screen. I let YouTube select that because YouTube knows the viewer. I don't know the viewer. Okay, I don't know who that is. They do know who it is. They know what their viewing habits are. And since they know their viewing habits, they'll know what video to put in front of them to keep them watching. So that's another thing I would recommend for you. Let's see here. Let me get to some of these comments. Got a bunch coming in here. Do you have a checklist would have helped? For YouTube, is that what you're talking about, Paul? I'm not quite sure. Definitely need to take action because life is too short to work for idiots. Yes. Does Tubebuddy have tutorials? They do. Tubebuddy has some pretty darn good tutorials. In addition to that, the guy that started Tubebuddy has a YouTube channel, and I would recommend you go into that. He does some lives every now and then. Very educational, very helpful. I mean, he's a cool guy. I would recommend that. What checklist do you guys want? I see Aldine agrees with you on your checklist, but I'm not sure which checklist we're talking about. So if you would put that in there. Get another drink here real quick. Paul says yes. Yes what? Yes what? What checklist do you want? Tell me, what checklist do you want? I'm not quite sure. I think it's YouTube, and I said YouTube, and you said yes. So I'm going to go with that one. And if it's for a YouTube channel, I think I may actually do a video on that. So, maybe we could do that on one of the lives, or maybe I could just actually record one with the checklist because it's a lot of stuff. I mean, it really, really is a lot of stuff to do everything you need to do. I do have one or two in my channel, so if you search YouTube in my channel, you're going to find some videos on that. I don't have a complete one, I don't think, from beginning to end. I think I have some about descriptions, some about tags, some about SEO. So search my channel for YouTube, and I think you're going to find something on that, and that should be helpful to you. So yeah, so after I do the workout today, I will probably get to writing scripts. I got to write scripts because I need to record again this week. It's time to record again, recording time again. I just recorded a couple weeks ago. Checklist for hitting everything on YouTube. Okay, yeah, okay, Paul, I will do that. And like I said, there are some videos already on my channel on that, which will help you out tremendously, I think. Any other questions you guys got for me today? I've been at this for about 25 minutes. I like to try to keep it at 30. Sometimes I go for an hour because I have some great questions and people are really interacting. I know a lot of people are back to work today, Super Bowl hangover, or whatever the case may be. I did not watch the Super Bowl. I do not care about the Super Bowl. And it's not like I'm arrogant or better than that. I just don't care. It doesn't matter to me in the least. I read one article on it. I think Tom Brady did great. He won 7 awards of something, 2 more than anybody else. Let's see here. Do you do your own copywriting? Yes, I do. I do my own copywriting. I think because I have a pretty strong sales background and that's what I've done. I'm not going to say I enjoy doing it, but I love the results of it. I love, like the other day I wrote an email, and within 48 hours I had made $12,000 off those emails, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. So I like the result of my copywriting, and I like tweaking things. I like knowing how to do that. I think copywriting is probably one of the most important skills that you can have as a digital marketer. And if you're not good at it, it doesn't matter because you can get good at it. There's another book that I like called Words That Sell. Words That Sell. You can find that on Amazon. It's a great book. Let me see if I can find my a link to that. Oh, I can't put links in here anyhow. It's Words That Sell, but that's a great book. What's your recommendation for a good affordable microphone? I have one here, and I'm gonna move things around here for just a second. I like, if you want affordable and if you have an iPhone or something like that, and I think this will also work, I think it'll work on Android too, but I like this one right here. This is a corded one. Okay, this is a corded one. This is not a cordless one. This is a corded one, but this one here is like $29, and I like it. So you can look that up if you want to on Amazon. That's where I got that one. But my wireless one that I have is a Sennheiser, and there is a link in the description to that microphone. This one here is like I said, $29. The Sennheiser one I use for all my video recording is $600 and something. I mean, it's expensive, but it's really, really good. It's a German-made microphone, and it's a wireless lavalier microphone, so I like that one. So you go from $29 to about $650 or something like that. I don't know what the price is now. Best way to learn copywriting is start to write. And look at other, I'll tell you the best way to learn it. I'll tell you the very best way to learn it. Go to any grocery store that has magazines and look at the headlines. Look at the headlines that are trying to snatch your attention, okay? 5 ways to lose weight in 7 days. 10 ways to make outside sheds, or whatever it is. And those headlines are written by some of the best copywriters in the world. Just take snapshots of all those headlines, that are on the front of those magazines, those tabloids or whatever, and switch that to your product. That will really help you. Those people are really, really good. I think those are some of the best headlines. I love reading those. That's an awesome book. Also, like Jim Edwards' Copy Secrets book, good read. Okay, thanks for putting that in there, Paul. That will be very beneficial to people. But yeah, copywriting is super important. And don't be scared if you're not good at it. You were never good at anything that you know in the beginning. Think about that. You didn't know how to walk in the beginning. You didn't know how to talk in the beginning. Quit using I'm not good at something as an excuse. Just say I'm not good at this, so I'll get good at it. It's that easy. I'll get good at it. We were out to dinner Saturday night with some friends of ours, and he's a retired attorney, and he's 87, and his wife just turned 70, and she's retiring now too. And I said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you retire? And they had a list of countries they want to travel. She had a bunch of history she wants to study. She had 2 languages she wants to learn. They've got stuff planned. They didn't just say, well, we're going to sit in the recliner and wait to die. Okay, and that's what a lot of people do with retirement. That's why I never want to retire, ever, never. It's not about a money thing. It's about I want to feel like, I've got something to do every day. Imagine getting out of bed and going, I got no place to be and nothing to do. Woo! That weighs on me more than anything I could imagine. That is scary to me. I want to know that I've got stuff I got to get done every single day. And if I don't get it done, there's going to be a problem. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to feel every single day. And why wouldn't you want to feel that? Because what else is there? You're going to sit around to the bitter end? Come on, you got to have something to do. Not to be a downer, but man, don't retire. Don't retire. Find something you like doing and just do it forever and enjoy it to the day you die. And I watch a lot of videos, travel blog videos, and you see people who are 90s and 100s who are doing an activity or a job, still to this day, and that's what keeps them alive. That's what keeps them going. Let's see here. Paul says Women's Weekly and Oprah are great for headlines. Yeah, I love magazines for headlines. I really do. They're really good. So, guys, I do recommend Kartra. There is a link in the description at the end of this video. The description's not there yet, so don't be looking for it, but it will be there as soon as this video ends. You got to get Kartra. I think it's one of the best marketing softwares on the market. You can click my link. You can watch a free video, and if you want to get it, it's a $1 trial. You want to get Tubebuddy if you're doing a YouTube channel. I will also have a link for that. That's absolutely free. It doesn't cost you anything, so you do want to use my link for that. And then if you want to get a paid version of it later on, you want to upgrade, you can save 30% by using my link on that. So yeah, Words That Sell, great book there. Those are things. And if you guys have any suggestions that you want me to cover, like Paul was mentioning, a checklist for YouTube, so I'll do that. I'm here to serve you guys and give you what you want. That's for sure. Don't retire is great advice. Thanks. Thank you, James. I appreciate it, buddy. I really do. And thanks for being here, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. I hope you guys have an awesome day. Make sure you get something accomplished. Try something difficult today. Try something difficult. It'll make you feel